The vastness of space withholds millions of stars and a multitude of galaxies that is unimaginable to the average human mind. Today, scientists even know that within our universe there are already at least 100 billion galaxies. Each galaxy holds a planetary system that revolves around a star, much like ours. Being that many of these galaxies still go unexplored, and that their amount is almost infinite, statistically speaking, it would be stupid to think there is no such thing as extraterrestrial life. Most hypotheses suggest that alien life forms may not be as they are imagined in sci-fi novels and film. Due to similar evolutionary paths, aliens would most likely look like an otherworldly version of a human being. However, on the other hand, depending on the point they have reached on their evolutionary path, they may be behind us in intelligence and discovery. Aliens have always been thought as being higher life forms, but in reality, they may be far behind our evolutionary rate. For all we know, extraterrestrial life could be a flower in the center of a massive planet billions of light years away, relying on the rays of a white dwarf star to grow infinitely larger than Earth's flowers. But there's the thing. Researchers and scientists have no idea, and probably won't in my lifetime. But then again, in a few lifetimes, Earth may no longer be a thing. So, we're going to have to find a planet capable of supporting organic life forms, like the human race. Maybe in many years, we will discover other life in space, because they're going to have to. Earth ain't looking so great in the distant future. Though most of what I'm talking about seems to be a sci-fi theorist's imagination, realistically many concepts of the fantasy world may be on some level real aspects of reality. Like the idea of the multiverse, for example. The concept that somewhere lost in space there is a planet just like this one. What if this was real? What if, on the other side of space, however far that may be, there is an alternate Earth? But rather than thinking about it this way, it usually is thought of as a different dimension. Space, as far as the human species knows, is infinite. The people of Earth are so small in comparison to the size of what we are a part of. Our planet is even small. And yet, it is our world. Many people can't see the big picture. Even on planet Earth, some evidence has been discovered to prove the existence of extraterrestrial life. According to New York Magazine, crop circles began as a phenomenon of the English countryside, then spread to the far corners of the one-time British Empire after World War II. Usually these types of events were explained as horror stories, hoaxes, or pranks, which may have been true for some of the events, but not every unexplained extraterrestrial contact can be identified as a joke being played on the government. Though some may have been as such, others were so intricate and large they would have taken days to accomplish by humans, and yet they appear overnight. On top of this, millions of first-hand images and sightings have been reported. Though most of them were probably in search of attention, it is still very possible some reports contain factual information. When a farmer wakes up to see a massive design in his field with no explanation and blames it on ET, he is seen as a crazy old man. But what if that old man isn't crazy? What if he's one of the only smart ones on this planet who sees everything for the way it truly is?
I fell down to earth from 100 miles away, and somehow I still make it work. But it's overrated and somehow played out.
Each and every one of us is a human being on planet Earth. We all follow and respect the social norms we put in place, but in reality we are just animals. Animals who have reached the peak of our evolutionary path. This could also happen anywhere in the universe, on any capable planet with the ability to sustain life. Bacteria will eventually evolve into larger organisms if properly sustained over time. Water has already been discovered in space. That shows that somewhere in space there must be other life, because water is one of the main factors needed to keep any type of organic matter living. Yet, each of us is so small in the grand scheme of things. Most would say that the Earth is huge, but as a whole, we are merely just a speck in a vast and ever-changing universe that, in all honesty, we know very little about. Yet, we know more about space and what's up there than we do about the oceans that lie on our planet. If that doesn't say something about our priorities as a population, then I don't know what does. Everyone sees the value and importance of researching space, but nobody wants to accept anything without hardcore numbers and evidence behind it. Honestly, there are very little facts to back up my claims. However, science has not yet reached that point. We are still a long way from the proper technology to truly discover other life beyond our planet. But the probability of it is astounding.